Hey guys, in this video I want to go over how to do FreeSurfer recon all reconstructions using a program called Fsurf. So Fsurf is a part of Open Science Grid, which if anyone has ever heard of that, it's basically like a US government funded program through NSF that publicly lets people use distributed computing. So they have these clusters of computers in a couple different locations across the United States, and the CPU usage is made public, so you can create an account and then use these computers to do certain processing. So the people at OSG specifically created this program called Fsurf that lets people who do neuroimaging analysis use FreeSurfer on these grid computing systems that they have. So you can create an account, and it is free to create an account. You might have to live in the United States, I'm not sure, but you basically give them your university email and they will send you account information, and then you can use Fsurf to run FreeSurfer through these grid computers. One thing to know is that it uses FreeSurfer 5.3, so that's actually not the most recent version of FreeSurfer, but I still think a lot of people, even though 6.0 has been out for a while, I think a lot of people still use 5.3, and they might update it with 6.0 in the future. This is probably something that they're going to continue to work on and update, so I still think it's worthwhile to look at it and maybe use it and to make a video about it. So I already did a bunch of the setup, so basically I will put a link to this, but it gives you the information of what you need. You basically just need to have FreeSurfer on your local computer, and then you need to create an account, so it explains how to do that, and then it will just give you this simple line to run in the terminal for you to download Fsurf, and then you'll have it on your computer. I already did a demo actually, so I have it on my computer, but I will just show you the results. So if you have it downloaded, you'll be able to do ./fsurf on whatever working directory you downloaded it on, and then you will be able to use Fsurf by just typing ./fsurf, and it gives you a list, if you just type that in, of all the possible commands that you can use, and the website explains all the commands. It's just a couple basic ones that you use for normal grid computing. So list will give you a list of all the workflows you submitted to the grid computers, and then you can check the status of each individual workflow. So it'll still take a couple hours to process, and you'll see it breaks it down into 4 stages of processing, and then you can download the completed recon all or reconstruction from the grid to your local computer using output. It has a command retry in case something goes wrong, and then you remove is for removing it from the list of your workflows. So I did, like I just said, one already on my workflow. So if you type in .fsurf and then the command list, it will give you a list of the workflows. So I tested this out on myself, and it says it was completed a while ago. And so like I said, it separates the tasks into 4. I actually don't know what's 1, 2, 3, 4, but it probably says on the website, and it tells you the status is completed and how many cores were used to run it. So it does depend a little bit on how long it takes. It still takes about, I guess, a day to finish. So it is kind of similar to if you run it locally on your computer, but obviously the advantage is you can run several workflows at a time because you're not using your own computing power. Okay, so, and it has a page dedicated to specifically how to use it, and you can do customized recon all. So you can use specific flags, and it explains how you can customize it, but I usually just run the standard recon all on it. To submit it, something you do want to know is that for privacy reasons, it does want you to deface the input files, and actually it does also want a particular extension, so it wants the MGC extension. So that's just something to note. It doesn't really work if you use Nifty's. I've tried it. It kind of freezes up for some reason, but I will show you in this video how to convert from Nifty's to MGC, so it's really easy. So this was my original Nifty file that I have. As you can see, it's not defaced. I already made a video about how to anonymize MRI scans and also how to deface them 2 different ways. So it is something that you have to do for your data just for privacy reasons. So that's what it would look like defaced. So check out my previous video, shameless plug, if you want to learn how to deface the video, and it will ask you also, as you can see here, to make sure that the data is de-identified and defaced when you're submitting. So let me also show you how to convert to to the MGC extension because, like I just said, it doesn't really work if you submit it to Nifty for some reason. I actually talked to someone about this like through email, and they said that they fixed it, but I don't think they did. But anyway, so if you use MRI convert, that's a function in FreeSurfer. So if you have FreeSurfer downloaded on your computer, it will work. So I think all you have to do is, let me actually go to downloads where I have my Nifty file. So okay, so I'm in my downloads folder and I have the MID defaced Nifty, and to convert it to MGC you put the function MRI underscore convert, then the name of the Nifty file, and then what you want it to be converted to. So I want it to be MAD underscore deface.mgc. Okay, and that just takes probably like a minute, and it says it's done. So if I check, that file was created and it's an MGC extension now. So after you deface your Nifty, convert it to MGC, and then to submit it, you just use this line here. So this is for the standard recon all, but again, you can continue reading on and it'll tell you how to customize your recon all if you want to use certain flags. Okay, so let me do a demo of how you submit to to the grid. So you do submit, and then I'm just following this line here. So subject, that's going to be the name of your subject folder, like running a normal recon all line. So I'm going to put MAD2, and then input. This is where you input the name of your defaced MGC file. So I'm in my home directory. So my home directory already has a defaced MGC extension. So I will just put that in again. Okay, so when you submit that, it asks you these questions here. So it just wants to make sure that you've de-identified, and you click yes. And it asks you, has it been defaced? And you click yes. And then it will submit it to your workflow. So it's uploading it now. Okay, so that finished. It actually took a couple of minutes on this laptop. And then after that is successfully submitted, you can then do Fsurf list, and it will show you the new job that you submitted. So it hasn't started working yet. So it's queued right now, but you do see it on your workflow if you click or if you type in list. So on another terminal, I did already also want to show how you download the workflow after you're done with it. So I will show you that. Okay, so to demo how to download it to your local computer, I did Fsurf list first, and that showed my workflow and all the information of this particular job. So it says that it was completed and all the tasks were completed as well. So it's ready for download. Then what I did was Fsurf output and the ID flag. So this ID number, you can see it when you look at your list. So it gives a unique ID workflow for each job that you submit. So this job was 6006. So that's what we are downloading to the local computer. It takes a couple minutes to download, and then it basically saves it as an archived tar file or tar folder. So then it gives you instructions as well on how to untar it. And this is all done on my home folder. So that takes about a minute as well. And then once that is done, you can find it on your desktop. So if I go to the working directory, this is the archived tar file. And then once I untarred it, it saves it as the name of the folder that I used as the name flag, I think it was. Or no, the subject flag. So that's the full reconstruction subject folder like you would have in your local FreeSurfer subjects folder. So it has all the directories that you would expect, and you can check these for quality analysis, but it does work just like a normal recon all run locally. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to demonstrate, and I just wanted to let people know about Fsurf in case they've never heard of it, and hopefully they keep working on it and updating it so it has more capability, because I do think it is very useful to be able to run these workflows remotely instead of on a local machine. All right, and thank you guys for watching.